I've come out to my section of the beautiful River Axe today to do a short practice survey. Friday the 19th of September through to Friday the 25th is the big river watch put on by the Rivers Trust. They want people to come out to the local river and spend 15 minutes just admiring wildlife, basically recording any plants and animals that you see and reporting it on an app in the form of a survey, and that's to kind of monitor the health of the rivers and kind of get a gauge on how they're looking, basically. Putting a lot of trust in that. It should be fine, but there we go. Hopefully the wind doesn't disrupt it. I didn't bring a stand or anything. Literally, as I was setting up, I just turned to the side there. It was either a robin or a wren. I didn't really see it. It was more robin looking than a wren, but as soon as I turned, it flew off into the bushes there. So again, I've got to really keep an eye out on Friday and that week for the wildlife, but we can definitely report the moorhen over there. There's quite a few crows over there as well. There's many crows around. I hear some little birds around. Can't quite tell where they are, but yeah, no shortage of little birds around anyway. Would be cool to see some fish. I've seen a few little fish in here from time to time, but never anything that I actually know what it is. So there's a herring gull just flying off there, which is pretty cool. Obviously, you know, again, loads of litter. I'm gonna maybe try and get some of that today, although I'll probably come back with my waders for that, because as you can see, the water quality is not brilliant, but we'll grab that. We'll report it and then we'll grab it another day for sure. But yeah, so the time lapse is going. What are we on now? I'm gonna over that way, isn't it? Gonna see what we're on now, and we're gonna start 15 minutes from, oh, there it is. I'm going to lose the phone. I need to remember it. So we're on, oh, it doesn't say what we're on. Okay, we'll do it by this video I'm recording now. We'll start at 2 minutes, and I'll quickly end it, see what we're at time-wise, and we'll go for 15 minutes from there. Right, so it's 10 past 10. We've got till 25 past to see as much wildlife. I mean, I'm sure there's no limit on it, but we'll see what we can see. So there's litter, of course, first of all. That's what we're going to report first of all, is the litter. We have the moorhen. We have the crows. Sorry, the litter as well. We have the crows. Can't tell if any are jackdaws, but we've got 3. That's a wood pigeon up there. Oh, hello. Sorry, there's a couple of dudes right there. Genuinely did not even see those. Sorry, I'm rambling away. You're not wood pigeons. You got no rings around your neck. Are you feral pigeons? You're not collared doves. You're not wood pigeon. What are you? I can't tell. Interesting. Little Connor is so embarrassed right now, but anyway, there's those dudes. Sorry to disturb you. You're very chill though, to be fair. So sorry, litter, crows, black-headed gull, herring gull, litter. So that's 5. Oh, there's some kind of bee. A little bee. I should know more about bees. I should know more about all wildlife. Loads of little midgy things. But blackberries, obviously, thorns, bramble, whatever you want to call it. Right, you guys enjoy there. I'll leave you alone for 2 minutes. Bring up this way. Again, that's thistle. That's just dead thistle. Got to look around for everything we can. Let's have a look through the hide, see if anything new has popped up that I can recognise. Let me zoom in. And are you oyster catchers? Come on, Connor, hold the phone still. Where'd you get? I really can't tell, annoyingly. So, that's a black-headed gull there. On some of the drier days, I am going to bring my lenses. I'm going to try and bring my monocular every day. But ideally on dry days, I want to bring some lenses for the phone as well to try and capture some video footage. I'm terrible with the lenses, but try and capture some footage of some of the beautiful wildlife here. Of course, it would help to actually identify it as well. I will go through the app at the end of this 15 minutes and just kind of practice, as I said, see how it works and show you how it works. But for now we'll go. I don't want to go into this field today. There's no real reason to. We cleaned up this bank at the beginning of the year. There's tons of litter, but it's all overgrown obviously at the moment, so I'm waiting for that to die off before we actually bother going into that field again. But I know there is some giant hogweed in there for sure. I'm gonna quickly stop the video, find out, I really should know, but find out what this plant is called here. I don't know how far from the river you're supposed to go. I'm not going to go obviously all the way over there, but I could, you know, river bank I suppose is included in the survey. So yeah, we'll find out what these are called and then we'll have a wander down there, see what else we can see. Of course this is hawthorn. Of course it is, I'm an idiot. This is actually not thistle, apparently it's common teasel. I've never heard of teasel before. It looks similar to thistle, dead thistle, I don't know, but that's that anyway. Let's head on down here. You're probably supposed to sit down and really watch. There's a little bird, that's a robin that's just flown into that bush. That's not it, where did it go? Oh, it's flown off as I said. Oh no, it's there. You can probably see it on camera, can't you? I'm just not seeing it myself on the screen. Is it that? That might be it there in the middle. I can see it in person anyway. There's definitely a robin there anyway, so that's good. We love to see our beautiful little robins. This flower here, I know I covered this when I did a conservation course with the Avon Wildlife Trust back in, it was 2021 maybe. I completely forgot. I'll put it on screen as well. I'll keep going, I'll get the names of this afterwards, but we've got that yellow one there to do as well. We've got up to about 7 or 8 different things now, aren't we? I will, of course, record all this in more detail on the app. The bird up there, is that? I really wish I had my monocular right now. Is that a buzzard? That is super cool. I'm not so familiar with birds of prey these days. I know buzzards when I see them up close. There's a couple of others. I think buzzards are probably the most widespread, at least in the southwest. That could be completely wrong, but that is super cool to see on a survey day. That is amazing. I'm gonna have to, I'm fairly confident saying it's a buzzard. The only birds of prey I've seen around these areas, sorry for the camera work, I'm looking at it in person. The only birds of prey that I know I've seen for sure, are buzzards around this area, so I will do my research, but yeah, fairly confident saying it's a buzzard. Maybe it'll fly over this way, maybe we'll get lucky. But again, that's just super, sorry again for the camera work, super cool. Oh, there's a duck. Hello duck. Flying pretty, sorry again, camera work is awful. Probably flying fast to escape the buzzard. I mean, maybe the buzzard's hunting a mouse, maybe a little vole, who knows? Who knows what it's after. There's another bird just there. Looks swifty or swallowy, I want to say, but I'm not going to record it unless I know what it is. As cool as that buzzard is though, just there, I do want to make sure I'm paying attention to all the wildlife. I don't know if types of grass are included. I don't know what type of grass this is. I can have a look in a second, of course, but nettle is good. Nettle is lovely stuff. Brilliant. Still just hovering about. I really wish I had a lens today. Hopefully we'll see another one over the course of the week when it's drier and less windy, and hopefully I can get it on camera. But that is super cool. I imagine we're not going to get them now because I'm just rambling away right next to the riverside, but again, there are otters in here. Hopefully we can see one of the days this week. That will be amazing. Has he gone or has he landed? That is the question. We'll take a walk over to the fence. We won't go into the field. We'll take a walk over to the fence and see if we can see him landed. And no, I didn't see where he went. But let's go on down. Thought I heard a person. Let's go on down and see. It's very slick mud here. Again, can't see any little fish in there or anything. Now it goes without saying, if you're, you know, a younger person or just in general, don't necessarily go near rivers. You know, they are dangerous. You can drown very easily if you lose your footing. Be safe about it. Admire nature from a distance. View it from a distance. See what you can see. You know, I will be wading into here on another day to get the litter, but that's, you know, putting myself at risk and whatnot, just for safety reasons, obviously. I should probably mention that. People have well, some people have common sense, but yeah, that's the safety portion of the video anyway. But I'm fairly familiar with this bank. As I said, we cleaned it up in March. We cleaned up all the way along from the fence all the way along to the next fence in that field. We also did a bit here when it was much lower, but yeah, that's enough of that. Can't really see anything in the river here from this angle. There are, I forget what these flowers are. Is it bindweed? Again, I'll get some footage. I'll take photos or screenshots of the app and I'll put it on screen. This is that dandelion there, possibly dandelion leaf. I'm not. I sound so dumb, but hopefully this week will get me a bit more in tune with nature. Get my memory jogged a little bit. You know, that would be brilliant. For now, let's try and get up this mud. Try and stick to the sides with the grass on. Again, hopefully the audio is okay. Little trail there from some smaller animals, I'm sure. I'm going to try and come at a few different points throughout the day as well. You know, some in the evening, some in the morning. Maybe, you know, get a more varied look at the river. That would be pretty cool. If we're lucky, really lucky, on an early morning or an evening, we might see a fox. Although the weather is supposed to be, Friday is supposed to be dry and pretty warm, so maybe we'll get lucky then. And I could maybe come out multiple times as well. There's some hogweed, I'm pretty sure that is there. Again, crows. What's this kind of plant? Is that this? I sound so dumb. I'll get photos on the way back there for sure. No, sorry, herring gull. Was another robin on the fence over there. Can't see the buzzard, so he must have flown off. Can't see much over here in general, to be fair. Birds flying about. I think crows. I do wish I had a more natural part of the river. I got shafted really with the caravan site and the sluice gate, but I can't complain. It is beautiful, as we've seen today already. There is so much wildlife around, even with all this civilization. But I want to try and pay a bit closer attention to the insects I'm seeing now. I'll get some pictures on the way back. We don't need to see me walk back through here. I'll get some pictures of these little plants here, the white flowers, the yellow ones, wherever they've gone, and I'll see you back on the path. Okay, still here. Interesting, I'm getting two readings for this plant here, either ragwort or creeping thistle. I will look it up at home to get a definite answer, but yeah, interesting that it's coming up. I'm using Seek, the app. Now the survey app, the Rivers Trust app that I'm using, does have an identification thing of its own. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to use that phone during the actual, oh, my bike fell over. Let's get back up there and help it out. Gonna have to use both phones on the day, that one to, you know, do the identification, and this one obviously to record things that I see. But yeah, interesting that I'm coming up with two readings for that. Let me get a picture of this flower here. Where's my phone? My phone's down there. It's probably been well over 15 minutes at this point. But I forgot to get a picture of the white flower. I'll get that another day though for sure. But we've seen loads of these pigeons. The pigeons are still there. I'll have one final look over this side, see if there's anything new that we can recognise. We're getting black-headed gull down there. I love black-headed gulls. They're my favourite type of gull that we get around here. And again, these two wading birds are still there. I'd love to say they're oyster catchers, but I'm not going to report them on the survey just because I can't see what they are clearly enough. If they are oyster catchers, they're really young. They are brown. I know there's, is that a mudlark? Again, I mean, I've said that loads today, but I don't know. But potentially oyster catcher. Again, not going to report them anyway. We can continue to speculate all day, but oh, hello. There's a dog. Is that it? Oh, you're off again that way. I think that might be the woman's dog I've just talked to. But oh yeah, it is. She's taking pictures over there. Lovely woman. She used to live on a farm in Cheshire. She was saying her father used to tell her off for going barefoot around the farm. But yeah, so looks like a monstery thing there, that yellow thing. What is it? I can't quite tell. It's interesting. But obviously with this being basically, as I said, the end of the river and the sluice gate blocking it up here, all the rubbish washes up here. Thankfully, you know, it's not a huge amount. I mean, there was a lot we cleaned up at the start of the year, but compared to some places in the world, you know, some rivers, there's really not a lot. So I'm grateful for that. The only issue here is water quality. I don't know the exact quality of the river. There is a water treatment plant over that way. And the water on the seafront in Weston is poor, at least from various reports I've read, and it's terrible really. I mean, it's awful that we let our rivers and seas get to this point where they're considered poor. You know, I wouldn't want to swim in this river. I have, you know, I've waded in it of course, but I wouldn't. Is that a fish there? There's a fish right there while I'm rambling away. Let me zoom in. What kind of fish is that? It's definitely a fish. It is definitely a fish. Yeah, I'm not crazy. Sorry again, camera work is really bad today. Where's he gone? On the phone. Oh, there he is. He's just sitting there. You alright, buddy? Well, that's interesting. There's me rambling away, saying I've never seen a fish here. That's the biggest fish I've ever seen here. So that's cool. But again, I don't know what kind of fish it is, so I'm not going to report it necessarily. I'll say that I've seen a fish. I don't know how specific you have to be. I'd like to be quite specific, because that's obviously more helpful for the scientific research. So if I can add on that I've seen a fish, I will. But of course, I want to be as specific as possible. But yeah, these couple of pigeons here. Let me try and get a zoom in, because if they are wood pigeons, they've got no white collars, and if they are collar doves, well, again, they've got no collars. But they don't look like feral pigeons. They look more like a wood pigeon or a collar dove, which is interesting. Let me get a picture anyway, see if I can. Oh, there's a massive. Well, it's not massive. It looked massive from that perspective, but there's a crow. He's got a bit of a twig or something for his nest. Let me get a picture of this quickly anyway, let's see. Okay, so quick Google, hopefully it's correct, I will put on a screenshot. Apparently younger wood pigeons called squabs don't develop the collar until they're a bit older, which is pretty cool, new to me. They are some younger wood pigeons, which makes sense. Although I've not searched about collared doves. Collared doves might be the same with the collar. I'll put it on screen as a screenshot if I remember. But yeah, they're probably some young wood pigeons, which is pretty cool. They're super cute, whatever they are, super relaxed. And I've been here long enough now. I am sorry, guys. We're going to get out of your hair, okay? Your feathers, sorry. So you have an amazing day. You are awesome. Stay safe. stay dry and stay amazing. Whilst I've been rambling away, this is the first time I've seen a big fish in the river here. It's not massive, but it's the biggest fish I've ever seen in this river. Tons of, oh my gosh, geese. Tons of geese. That's a new animal. I haven't seen any today. That's great. That's another animal to add. I've seen a moorhen, I've seen black-headed gulls, lesser blackbacks. Sorry, not lesser blackbacks. Black-headed gulls, herring gulls. We've seen a robin, we've seen sparrows, we've seen a couple of swans, not on the river, but back there. It's just been a lovely time out in nature. The geese are distracting me. Start again. This was good, but we're going to start one more time and hopefully it'll be fine.